So today we are chatting about stepping up your social media to build your brand. While the government's asking us all to stay at home, our goal is to continue offering relevant programming to keep the showrooms of the Mark connected with the design community, so hence our new webinar format. We'll give everyone just a few more minutes to log on before we officially start. And I just want to, as we're waiting here, just for anyone else to join, I'm going to launch a quick poll. This will pop up on your screen and will allow you to answer. Basically, we're looking for a little information to give our speaker kind of insight into what social media platforms that you currently use. So go ahead and answer the poll, and then we'll share the results with. All right, so I'm going to close this poll. Thank you to those that answered, and I'll share the results so you can see. So it looks like the winner here is Instagram and Facebook, with the rest coming behind. That gives us some great insight as we start this session. So let me go ahead and get started. We have well over 200 of you in the group here, so welcome. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Beth Hicks. I'm the Managing Director of Marketing for the Design Center at the Merchandise Mart, and I'm really pleased to introduce you to Kyla Urbis, who is the owner and art director of the lifestyle and interior design blog, House of Hipsters. So she's going to share with you how to kind of set your focus on taking your digital brand on social media to the next level. She's going to teach us how to create and implement a strategy that will connect you with clients and create new business. You'll learn actionable tips and tricks that outline the best tools, automation, and tactics for success. And in addition to managing her blog and all her social media channels, Kyla offers social media consulting for home decor and interior design companies, which we're so grateful that she's here with us today because she's an expert in her field. So with that, I will turn it over to Kyla. Kyla, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. You know, I am going to actually just share my screen right away because I know we're kind of on a time crunch. And I just want to make sure that we get through everything. So yes, my name is Kyla. I write a blog called House of Hipsters. I started writing it back in 2013. And I had no idea at the time that this little blog was basically going to become my full-time career. My website itself, which is my blog, is my home base, but social media supports basically every single move I make, from opening the vintage brick and mortar, the vintage home decor shop that I just opened last year, speaking events like this, and social media gets the word out on everything. So each platform, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Pinterest, all of those have their own unique little ways. And so I just am going to shed some light on what platforms, what everything kind of does, and the best way to utilize all of them would be. So just a little background on how social media has shaped my career. I freelanced for Pinterest. They found me through Pinterest. I got an email from this girl named Nikki that said, "Hey, my name is Nikki from Pinterest, and do you want to do some work for us?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever, Nikki from Pinterest. I'm getting punked by one of my friends," and I threw it in the trash. Later on, I told my husband about it. He said, "Hey, maybe, just maybe, you should, you know, check that out a little bit closer." And sure enough, it really was from Pinterest. So that was really cool on how social media has shaped my career. Better Homes and Gardens found me, and I have been a style maker for them from 2018 and last year, 2019. I opened up the brick and mortar shop, and I also made over a bedroom with Pinterest and Bravo TV. They hired me to do that. That was kind of cool. And I'm also a content creator. So I've been working for brands like Method and Pepto-Bismol, basically anything pink, because I created this silly little social media account called I Have This Thing with Pink, and it oddly blew up. So jumping right into social media platforms, let's talk about Instagram first, especially since the poll was high and heavy Instagram. Everybody is just using it like mad crazy, and it's fantastic. But it's not just about pictures. You can also use it to really grow your business. Instagram has this really curated look. It's a lot of beautiful photos. It's not a lot of raw photos, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to use a professional photographer on anything and everything. Yes, professional photos look beautiful, but this photo, for example, was taken on my iPhone and it performed fantastic. So some of my best performing posts are from my iPhone. And I don't know why that is, but if you use the camera grid and make sure that your lines are straight and your walls are straight, your ceilings are straight, and nothing is at a weird perspective, you will have beautiful photos being taken from your iPhone. And you can also, you know, brighten them up using different, and I'm going to get into this later, different kind of photo retouching apps. I use Snapseed and Visco. Those are my two big ones, and I will again get into that later. But if you brighten up the shot to make your whites look really white, it's just going to make those photos look really good. Hashtags. We all know about hashtags. Instagram allows you to use 30 of them. Use them wisely. Change them up, and don't use the same ones repetitively over and over and over and over and over again. I'm not going to tell you that you have to do a certain amount of hashtags or don't use more than this. I mean, obviously you can't use more than 30, but I'm not going to say only use 5 or only use whatever. You know, it really just depends on how many you want to use, but do sprinkle in some generic hashtags. Not everyone is looking for, you know, Lonnie Living or So Domino or AD Style or Find It, Style It. Use some other more generic hashtags like hashtag living room, hashtag kitchen decor, hashtag wallpaper. Those kind of things will help you be seen more to the outside world of interior design. If you want to make it more localized, use something like Chicago interior designer. I live in Barrington. Barrington interior designer, Barrington design, Chicago design. Those kind of things will help you be seen a little bit more and niche yourself. So you can have something really wide like living room, and then you can have something really small like Chicago interior designer. Direct messaging. Don't ever feel weird about DMing a complete and utter stranger or brand. They're posting things that they really are proud of, and they want to offer you a service, or they want to talk to you about their beautiful project. So make sure that you DM people, and if you want something from them, if you want to pitch them, give them a soft pitch. Make sure you follow them first. It's always nice. I have a lot of people DM me and say, hey, I want to work with you, and they don't follow me. And I go, but you don't, do you really want to work with me, or do you want to just work with someone? So if you want to work with that brand or that person, make sure that you're following them, you interact with them a little bit, and then DM them. Make your content work for you. So every single post that I do usually has some sort of job that it's supposed to do. This picture, for example, was something that I posted. It's the brick and mortar, and these 2 white chairs were sitting in the shop, and I had a couple kids come in and they had chocolate sticky fingers, and I went, oh, my chairs, get away from them. So I wanted them out of the shop, and they're beautiful. I love them, but they needed to go. So I wrote this post and I said, these just dropped in here right now. They sold within a few hours. They were gone and out of the shop, and I didn't have to worry about that anymore. So that's what I mean when I say you want to have your content work for you. So if you're looking for a book deal, if you are looking for new clients, say, hey, my schedule is opening up a little bit. I just wrapped a couple things, and I'm ready to take on new clients. So if you're looking to do this job or looking to redo your living room or your bathroom or your kitchen, I'm your gal. And then start showing those pictures of work that you've done already. If you're looking for a book deal, start putting it out there to the world. Hey, has anybody thought of ideas for this kind of a book or that kind of a book? Maybe you can help me. Hey, maybe this is something I should do. Put it out there to the world. If you want to build your email list, that's another great way to make a post work for you. Say, hey, I just built this PDF of little, tips and tricks, my top 9 tips and tricks for styling a shelfie. If you want my tips and tricks for styling a shelfie, then go to my profile, sign up for this, and I'll email it to you for free. It's a great way to build an email list. Anything like that will help make your content work for you, and you're not just posting to post. You don't want to post something and say, blue is in, because nobody cares about that. Make your content work for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that informative presentation. We have a bunch of questions in the queue here for you. And we'll start just kind of on a broader scale. We've had a few questions come in about how do you discern the best social media for your business? And then second question to that, which can probably be tied together, is if you would just have 5 minutes a day to post photos, which social media site should you focus on?
Okay, those are great questions. So I really think that you need to focus on which platform the audience itself fits your brand. If you're skewing a little bit older to that audience, and men and women, you definitely want to stay more on the Facebook end. If you're skewing really young, you want to be on the TikTok end. If you're in the middle, you want to skew into the Instagram end. That's where those audiences are most active. So if you're in the more of a boomer area to maybe down to 40s, Facebook is going to be great for you. And it may not be as great on Instagram for you because that's heavy into the Gen X kind of group. So if you're in the 30 to maybe pushing into 50s, that's going to be great for Instagram. And then if you only have 5 minutes a day, I would pick one of them and just start hammering on it. Because of course, with this, I just covered all these different platforms and basically told you my tips and tricks and what I use them for. However, I don't necessarily use all of them at the same time. So if you want to really grow, you're going to have to spend more than 5 minutes on it. But if you want to just post what you're doing, pick any one of those platforms but make sure you're going for the audience, that your target audience that you're going for, that's who you really want to hammer in on or hammer home on. So if it's Facebook, then just keep plugging away on Facebook. If it's Instagram, post on Instagram and cross-post it into something else. And because that's just a flip of on your app to when right before you post, that it's just automatically going to go to Facebook. So automatically you're hitting both of those and you're still within your 5 minute time range.
Thank you so much, Kyla, for your presentation. It was wonderfully informative. We really appreciate your time. And to everyone out there, please join us next week, Thursday, April 16th at noon. Grab your lunch. The next is a panel up, Thrive and Grow in Trying Times, a casual chat with 3 designers who are rising to the occasion. And that will be more of a question and answer session with the panel. So please come prepared with your questions. We hope to see you there. Please follow us on Instagram at Merchandise Mart Design Center or email us at designcenter@themart if you have any other questions or feedback you want to share for us. Have a great day and thank you so much for joining us, everyone.